It's 100 degrees, testing out the Fitbit Air, putting it through the paces. This should work.
KNF Concept sent this over. I mean, let's put it to use.
That's better.
This is the all-new Google Fitbit Air Stephen Curry Special Edition. Let's unbox it while it's still special. Okay, a little drawer pull action like that, and there it is. Whoa, that's a nice texture. I like that. And the Steph Curry branded mantra lock in right on the band. Really nice touch. Had to get the special edition. Why not, you know? Only I feel like one opportunity to get it, so might as well do it now. Nice Velcro. Nice Velcro. We're gonna end the unboxing right there. We're moving on. You get a charger in the box too.
Listen, while the device is charging, let's go over the 48-hour or so Fitbit test plan. Super tentative as always, don't want to overcommit, but also don't want to undercommit if we're being honest. Number one, we are going to do a sport test, basketball. We're talking dribbling, shooting, the whole 9 yards. Number two, directly into a marathon test. Why not see if the Fitbit can lock in itself and track during intense measures? Actually, that's a terrible idea. Let's do a mile decrease, go to a half mile. 3, we'll do a standard walk. You know what? Never mind. This pencil sucks and my desk is a mess. I'll just show you guys the activities and the results. But listen, can't have a messy desk for the edit of this video. The KNF BS500M electric duster, intriguing product. Feels like a good tool to have in the arsenal. It goes 2-in-1, mini vacuum on one end, duster with pretty powerful airflow on the other end. I mean, it easily could have sent this tape measure across the room into next week if it wasn't for the cord holding it back. Anyhow, snack crumbs cleaned, check. Debris off the keyboard and desk, check. Clean desk, check. All right, now my brain is clear to move on to Fitbit Test 1.
This is the point of the video where I'm kind of just regretting this workout. I mean, it's humid beyond measure, almost 100 degrees again, sun's beaming. Quite frankly, my legs are sore from the prior day's run. You'll hear about that in a few. But this Fitbit Air has enticed me to work out nonetheless, and by default, it has helped me come to one conclusion. I am out of shape. You know, not proud of it, man enough to say it. Workout felt abysmal, felt slow, no lift off the ground, dribbling felt off. But the good news is the results of the Fitbit Air and the CMF Watch 3 Pro are in. Gotta say, there was way too many clicks though trying to get this thing to turn off. I just want to end the workout. I got low blood sugar, my hand's shaking. I mean, come on. We'll get back to that workout data in a second, but we need to go over the app experience, at least a quick rundown of its features and what it provides. Number one, this is the main dashboard. Up top, you have your information cards that you can customize. You can try the expanded view, which shows many of the cards at once, or you can choose to swipe to the left to see the others. You can also swap out which cards you want to see and put your most interested right at the top of the first page, but hey, why not keep the multiple pages up? Perfect app to act like you're checking something when you're in one of those awkward moments and you can't even pretend you have any text to read. Anyhow, thus far I'm okay with the default. The rest of the main page is essentially a timeline of your workouts, sleep tracking, and chats that you've had with your AI coach. Number two, this is the workout tab, a pretty nice structured tab. I will say you can see all the default exercises you can click. It's a solid list. It's not the 131 different sports or exercises found on the CMF Watch 3 Pro. I am slightly disappointed. Would have liked to see basketball as a default option, but apparently you just have to click sport. However, you can customize your own exercises, but it seems more related to actual gym exercises, not so much so sports. I don't think this is a big issue, assuming sport mode tracks your data well enough, but you would think with Google's ambassador of the Fitbit Air being Stephen Curry, one of the all-time greats in basketball, there would be a dedicated basketball tab. Just saying. When you're picking the custom exercise, you can filter by equipment and muscle group. Very helpful considering the list is quite long, so it can save you some scroll time, which is a nice feature. Also in this tab is the workout library, which you get on premium version of the Google Health app. This is akin to Apple Fitness, which I may as well mention you can import your Apple Fitness data to the Google Health app as well. But they have a workout library full of different types of workouts, from yoga to HIIT to strength training and more. You can filter your workout by equipment, workout duration, which really can come in the clutch when you only have a short amount of time. You can even pick what instructor you like and see all their different workouts in one shot. Truth is, I had more time, but I haven't lifted in a bit, so let's start small. 8-minute workout. We're not trying to break Olympic records here, so that's what I did. I will say this is a good way to keep yourself going in the right direction. Sometimes going straight into a 45-minute workout can feel overwhelming, so sometimes you gotta start small and trick your brain into starting the habit. And I'll probably say this again, but the AI coach giving you these notifications is a great positive reinforcement. It gives you a pat on the back, lets you know you made a good decision. I just wouldn't click too deep into it because when you see the abysmal numbers, it won't look all that impressive. Oh well. I probably should have showed earlier that if you want to change up the vibe during your workout, you can easily push out the tracker and put on a new band. Such a nice compact pill designed by Google here. I would switch to another one now, but no alternative at the moment. My apologies. The good news, it's easy to click back in, just have the G in this orientation and click it in. Now back to the Google Health app, the sleep tab. Kind of one of my favorites, shows pretty much all the data you need. I'll tell you, some of these nights just wouldn't recommend getting less than 6 hours of sleep. Doesn't bode well for the next day, but it is what it is, I guess. Now if you click into each of these days with the duration of sleep, it also gives you the breakdown of how long it took you to fall asleep, your deep sleep, your REM sleep, all the fun stuff that you want to know about when you're sleeping. You know, this thing's light enough, lighter than a watch, to be able to wear throughout the night and not get annoyed. The only thing lighter I could think of right now is probably like an Oura ring. But anyway, this is pretty good. Once you get used to it, you kind of don't even notice it's there after a while. But the sleep tracking has been accurate, and I kind of found myself waking up excited to see what happened. How well did I sleep? How much deep sleep? How much REM sleep did I get? How long did it take me to fall asleep? That's always really interesting. So, you know, that's good. It's trying to help me get better pattern sleep, which I need because it's all over the place. As you saw by some of my stats, 5 hours there, not good. Need to get 8. Now at this point of the video, I don't know if anyone is still with me, but if you are, the health section is the last tab here. Has all your stats again. Sometimes the app does feel a little bit repetitive, not sure why, but on this page you can log a fair amount of additional info. You can upload medical records, include things like allergies, lab results, procedures, regular heart rhythms. Get as creative as you want. Whatever you're comfortable with sharing with the Google Health app, you can pretty much do it. I have to note, you can also log your food by taking pictures, and it can give you a macro breakdown of your stuff. There's a lot of apps out there that do this, but I just don't get how it can detect what's in the bowl. I just can't believe it's accurate, but maybe it's in the ballpark. Good feature though for accountability and building habits again. If I had to estimate, the calories seems a little low, but the protein seems on point. Okay, finally back to that basketball workout. I'll describe what I felt. Okay, so after that 45+ minute workout that was actually intended to be only like 15 minutes, but you know, you had to film, so double that, and then just some general issues where I was just annoyed that I wasn't making some shots consistently. So I said, no, we're gonna stay here until you get the move right, until you get the shot right. But anyway, the Fitbit Air calculated that I burned 594 calories. The CMF Watch 3 Pro said 559. The highest heart rate on the Fitbit Air was 195 beats per minute. And I gotta say, you're probably asking, Cam, do you think these numbers are accurate? And I would say yes, because right at the end of the workout, I was just trying to do a couple more moves that I just wanted for my own desire to finish. My heart was going nuts. It was boom, 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 and I was like, Cam, you need to go in before you don't make it to the next workout. It just felt very intense. The humidity was like trapping my breathing ability. It was so thick air. So yeah, I think this is a pretty accurate estimation. And I gotta say, it felt good to see that, hey, you burned 500 calories. Listen, even if it wasn't accurate, it kind of gives you that placebo effect to say, hey, keep going. This feels good. You worked out. And if you have to enjoy a nice snack that you shouldn't, why not? You know, you burned enough calories to do so. Now, I don't want to forget the Google Health settings page. You can make several adjustments here, starting with what theme you like, the light versus dark, pretty standard. Then, most importantly, you can set up your daily activity goals, such as steps per day. I believe they say to get 10,000 per day, so I'll stick with that. Never really meet it, but we'll try again. You can pick the number of miles per day as well, how many days a week you would like to work out. I know some of us would like to do only once, but I don't know if that's going to cut it, to be frank. Then you go into activity duration. This allows your Fitbit Air to automatically start a workout if you don't manually set one.
so you pick the duration for when it would kick in. So if you're walking or playing basketball but didn't open your phone to start the workout, this should do it for you. Although one night after playing some basketball, this wasn't the case, at least initially.
One thing I'd like to note is I have heard others say there's been sometimes some bugginess with like the AI blurbs not being accurate or not recording their data. The only time I ran into issues with that during my testing this early on was with the basketball workout, which just ended up logging the stuff later. It didn't recognize it at first, and even though I did like 25 to 30 minutes of the workout,
Completely out of shape. Good thing I got a Fitbit to get back in shape. I mean, I'm struggling.
I think the next day I woke up and finally it was there and it was like, maybe you played a sport? And I was like, I did. I played basketball, guys. Come on.
Next, there's stride length. Probably won't touch this, not sure how to measure that anyhow. And then there's voice cues. If you want Google to read out your stats to you, this is how it sounds.
2.1 miles in 18 minutes 14 seconds. Average pace 8 minutes 41 seconds per mile.
Not the most enthusiastic voice, but it gets the point across, so bravo to them. Back to the main settings, you can set up a sleep schedule, probably a good idea, but sometimes I feel like I'm not the guy with the super stringent sleep plan. I would love to be, but the meme would definitely play. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. In the main settings, you also get mindful days to set a goal for that. Again, not sure what that entails. It sounds like a positive approach to life to be mindful, so I guess it wouldn't hurt to max out those days. Then we get into weight recordings. You can log your body fat percentage goal along with your weight goal. You can set the units in pounds, kilograms, and then stones. Not familiar with that unit, just the stones I found in the driveway. If you're from a place that does measure in stones, let me know in the comments. Appreciate you. If you go into the nutrition section, it may be good to set some goals here, get those macros in, and drink your water. It's good to stay hydrated. Solves a fair amount of problems, I think. Okay, lastly, you can enter in some heart rate data to get notified about, then log your blood glucose levels to help identify patterns in association with your food, workout, and step logs. Now, one thing to note before I took my evening walk was the step counter may be a little sensitive on the Fitbit Air. I was setting up both my CMF Watch 3 Pro and the Google Fitbit Air just sitting in the chair. I look at the Google Health app and it says I went 5 steps. Now, again, I didn't move from the chair, so may be a little sensitive, just an FYI statement. It's fair though, we all know trackers are going to have some standard deviation of differences. This video is starting to feel entirely too long, but whatever. At this point, here are the stats anyway. The Fitbit Air calculated more steps and calories than the CMF Watch 3 Pro, but the average heart rate was on par. More walk tests would be needed though to see if they truly compare. I think that would be an interesting one. This run is the reason for the jello legs feel during the basketball workout earlier. I realized you should definitely get a good stretch in before low back started tightening like you wouldn't believe, so after the shoe tie, it turned into more of a walk-run segment. But good news is we did hit a mile, so that's got to count for something. The Fitbit Air is nice in the sense that you will get your data about your exercise, but you don't have to obsess over it and look at your wrist every 5 to 10 seconds like a watch. You could say it makes you more present on what you're doing, but on the other hand, I can also say having a screen on the wrist, it feels a little more James Bond-esque, perhaps slightly cooler.
Oh, that was too much. That was too much.
So you guys are probably wondering, how does the band material hold up with all the sweat and moisture? Well, definitely you can notice that it feels like there's moisture there, and you can see it kind of on the band where it hasn't dried yet. But then you take it off and you kind of feel around and it doesn't really feel like there's anything there at all. So it's an interesting feeling, but I think you give it some time to dry. I usually sometimes just take it off after the workout and let it sit out for a second, maybe wipe it down with the microfiber. But that's it. Other than that, it's a nice band, but I will be curious to try the silicone bands that they sell on the Google Store website. So eventually I will get one of those too.
As far as battery life goes, it lived up to its expectations. The Google Fitbit Air is rated for a 7-day battery life on a full charge. I fully charged it on June 28th, and it got down to 12% on July 5th, hitting that 7-day mark. And I only had it charging for what felt like 20 minutes, and it went from 12% to 68%. So a quick charging device as well.
AI coach that lives within the premium version of this Google Health app, I actually like it, with 2 caveats, of course. One, to be fair, I haven't used it that much. and 2, you may potentially be able to get away without needing it. You could just take the information you acquired from the Fitbit Air and the Google Health app and type it into another AI agent or just straight on Google AI mode and get similar results and answers. But the convenience of just having it there and it already knows your data because it's already telling you about it, and now you can just follow it up with questions. It's pretty nice. So one thing I really liked about this Google Fitbit Air experience, or maybe this is in general to all fitness trackers, is it does give you that extra motivation to want to do something to achieve your fitness goal. Even if that means a short workout that's only 8 to 10 minutes long, the AI Premium gives you these little blurbs of information that break down what you did, and it's encouraging. That really helps you keep the momentum moving forward on your workout journey. Listen, overall, the Fitbit Air has been a nice product. I mean, for $99, that's a nice entry point. You get the Google and Fitbit branding behind it. You get the screenless, distractionless design, and there's a lot to like. So if you're in the market to get fit and look for a fitness tracker, this is something worthy looking into.
Step 1, download the Google Health app from the App Store and open the app. You'll be prompted to sign in with your Google account. Step 2 is some privacy statements, hit agree. Step 3 is some info to type in your height, weight, gender, etc. Step 4 will ask you if you want to receive notifications. I said yes. Step 5 is Google asking about using your data to improve products. You can opt in or out. Apparently, I opted out. Step 6 will ask you if you want email updates. Go with what you feel. Step 7 asks you what product you are using. Select Fitbit. You will then see an array of devices. At the top is a Fitbit Air. Select that. It will ask you to connect your Fitbit Air to the Google Health app. Select Agree. Step 8 will show you a little animation how to charge the device, which you need to do to get the device set up. If not on the charger, you'll just get an error code, so do that. Step 9 will ask you for your location preferences, such as always allow or allow while using. Select which one you want to use. Step 10, select your region for warranty purposes. Step 11, there was an update to the Fitbit Air, so start that up. Once that's done, it will show you another animation of what the battery indicator LED means on the side of the tracker. Step 12 shows you how to swap bands. Nice animation, I must say. And step 13 shows you how to put on your Fitbit and best placement for accuracy. Step 14, your device is good to start tracking.